I don't know. I just like meeting new people, hearing their story, and becoming their friend. Welcome to the Big Dane podcast. I'm your host, Dana Trimborn, and this podcast is a random hodgepodge of topics that gets released on every Tuesday on, your preferred platform, of course. And I really enjoy sharing my personal stories and making those connections with you guys and just really being relatable, all in a fun and silly environment. Hey. Have you been recently thinking about joining an adult sports league? And, wanting to maybe make some adult friends? Yep. Stick around because I have the perfect idea for you and I will tell you where to join locally. Ba-boom. All right, so newsflash, there's leagues right here in Kanchi, and I'll get into it a little bit later in this episode, because first I want to bring you back to circa 2015 when I joined the softball league, okay? So this league, it is a co-ed league and kind of more of a beer league, so friendly competition. Like, what's friendly competition, right? Just, we like to get competitive, at least my team. So we're just ready for anything, basically. So yes, back in 2015, this was when I was first living in Kanchi, so probably about maybe not quite a year in yet. And my roommate at the time, she was out at Boathouse with her date. And so he had seen his friend, Bridget, who is now my friend. And so she was recruiting girls, okay? Because with the leagues, there's certain ratios of guys to girls. So, you have to make sure that you have enough women to play each game, otherwise you're out of luck. Okay? Shit out of luck. So she came back and she had asked me and my friend Allison that I was living with, and I was like, hell yeah. Like, whoa, I have played softball for so many years. But Allison and my roommate, they never played before, which in hindsight for my friend Allison, because, she is very athletic, but she only had played soccer growing up because she was just wanted to play soccer and that's what she told her parents. But so they joined, but they never played before, so obviously it was like a little bit tougher for them to get started. And I don't know, I mean, if I had never played something before, and I don't know, you're kind of almost hesitant too. But obviously if you're athletic, like myself, then you probably don't really have that fear, as opposed to if you're really not athletic and never played sports, I'd probably be questioning you, like, what are you doing? But hey, that's pretty ballsy. So if you never played, you're not athletic, don't get discouraged. But at the same time, you might be the catcher. Because where else are we going to put you? So, yeah. But, yeah, so for me, I was just so thrilled because I thought, wow, I haven't played it in years, like probably since a teenager. And I had played since like I was 5. So probably when I was like 5 up until maybe about 15, I want to say 14, 15, and played competitively. Yeah. And did the whole travel softball, and I was playing that like when I wasn't doing travel soccer. And I still, to this day, give props to my parents for dragging me around, because yeah, it was just a lot. So yeah, and I even played at Pembroke Middle School. And man, again, that was like the dream team. We had like all these like phenomenal girls on the team, and I'm kind of tooting my horn here, but we were like really good. Yeah, you didn't want to mess with us. Like, we would just blow you out of the water. But yeah, it just kind of goes back to finding the right people and skill level, and it just like all came together. So it made it like that much more fun, right? And it was just the best time, I feel like. And so yeah, I was just kind of like thinking about that, like how many games like I've played, and just how much fun it was, right? And like, sure, back then it was very competitive. I played fast pitch softball, and gets pretty intense and whatnot. And now it's like, all right, like here's a co-ed fun league, and don't get too competitive. And really, I'm like, what the hell? Like, I'm going all out here. I'm going to be diving for balls, sliding. Although I said that, and now I don't slide because I feel like I'm always wearing shorts because I'm too hot. I'm not going to be sliding in my bare skin, right? I'm too old for that. So yeah, and with all the excitement, at the same time, I thought, holy shit, because it has been so long. And I thought, am I going to remember how to do this? And I thought, oh, please. Muscle memory, folks. Muscle memory. Yeah. It just comes back to you. It's like riding a bike. Riding a bike. It's funny how we say riding a bike, because, I mean, you think that most people know how to ride a bike. But if you don't, then you don't really get it. But that's the idea. And so yeah, everything gets started up. It's all great and fun. And, you try to tell like the coach who, I mean, there's not really a coach, but I technically consider Bridget the coach. She always organizes everything. And so I told her, well, more familiar with playing in the infield, like put me wherever. And next thing you know, playing second base. I think a couple times early on back then, I did maybe occasionally play like shortstop, or like maybe once like third, but primarily second base has been the go-to, and still I'm at second base. Yeah, pretty great. You get a little like, let's get to, right? And let me just throw it over to my shortstop. He's going to cover second, and then rocket it over to first. Yeah. Pretty exciting stuff. And so not just even the muscle memory, but you got to think, okay, well, if it gets hit to me, like, what am I doing with the ball? Things like that come back, like, okay, yeah, that's right. If there's someone on first, gets hit to me, I'm trying to get the lead runner out. So now I'm flicking it over to my shortstop because he's covering second. All right. But things like that, all like strategy, comes back to you communicating, calling it, like, oh my gosh, I can't tell you how many times where I've seen even other teams where they're not speaking to one another, and there's like a fly ball in the outfield, and then you're watching it from the sideline. And it's like, dude, you have to speak up because you guys are going to collide immediately. And now we got to call an ambulance, all these things running your head. But yeah, and And with the team, we played every single season. Like, this was just like, yeah, let's play it again. Like, yeah, you want to play again? All right, let's play again. Do you want to play again? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Right. And obviously, like, we didn't play in the winter. I don't think there was really a winter league, for obvious reasons. But yeah, so we would play spring, summer, fall, take a break, see you in the spring, right? And it just like kept going and going. And what was also fun is that a lot of the sponsors who are local, I think, I don't know if every year, I should probably look at my t-shirt to see who the sponsors are, but like Boathouse, I remember one year as a sponsor, and we would go to the bar after our game. So now it's this whole experience of playing and having a fun time. And now, wait a second, you're not done yet. You're not done. Now we got to go celebrate because we just won. And so they would have, specials for us, like specifically for the teams playing the league. So that was amazing because we got some discounts, maybe a little food special. Wow, what a great night. What a great night. Okay. And yeah, so depending on who, if the sponsor changed and whatnot, would have different deals. One of the sponsors too, a different year was like Brittingham's. So that was nice when they like redid the outside or something like that. So we were hanging out outside upstairs on that little like deck area. And it was just fun. It was just like a nice time to just chat even more with these people that I don't quite know yet, especially early on. And hey, like, who are you, first baseman? How do you know so-and-so? And just kind of like this thing, because yes, guys, yes, the bonus of joining a league is that you make friends. Yeah. If you're saying, I have too many friends already, why do I need more friends? Well, you can go turn around and everyone likes to socialize. Like, why wouldn't you want to make a new friend? It's probably good. It's good for you, right? It's good for you. And especially making adult friends, that is quite hard. So this is the perfect way to do that. It is. It is. Because how else are you going to meet a new friend? Meet adult friend, right? Because, okay, work, okay, that doesn't really count. Like your coworkers, because coworkers, okay, they could be your adult friend. But it's like outside of that, that is how you're making adult friends. Okay, these leagues, like you're not meeting someone, in the dairy section of the grocery store. You want to be my friend? That doesn't happen. So yeah, that is truly the bonus. And yeah, so I literally continued to play from 2015 until today, and who knows like how many more years we'll still play. But yeah, I just love the competition. I'm just obsessed. If you don't know me by now, that is me. Love the sport. It really brings back some memories, like playing as a kid and all that jazz. And yeah, because we played every year, almost every season, and the base of the team kept playing, which was pretty great because, one, it's nice to see the same people and still try to get to know them, and also just as a team to try to like mesh with one another, right? That's a thing. Sure, we're not practicing for these kind of leagues, but that's another important part of the game if we're getting a little competitive, right? You got to see who falls where in the lineup, who we're putting who in the outfield, who we can rearrange, who is versatile, all these things, people, all these things. But yeah, and so initially, you know, when I first started, was with my roommate and Allison. Then they dropped off, and then, but after that, I was like, okay, well, I know Bridget, okay, you know, and then it's kind of like, it was kind of the same thing for everyone else. They knew at least one other person, and so collectively, it's kind of like we all kind of like loosely know each other through a connection, and so our name became Loose Connections. And so I cannot take credit for the name. That would be my friend Mike, who goes by Cass. And yeah, pretty cool. I think it's a pretty great name. Pretty great name. And yeah, we just all start becoming friends with each other, and then it's even who else is showing up to the game to watch, like their friends. Now we know like everyone. Oh my gosh, you're walking away with like 20 new friends. And so I think also what was fun too is when we actually, you know, I was gonna say called each other up, but really we're like texting each other, but seeing, hey, like, let's hang out, you know, outside of softball. Like, we're going to have some people over, like, you want to come over and things like that. And it was just awesome. It was just like a good feeling, like, wow, like these people do, you know, they want to still get together and the camaraderie is there. And now I can get to know these people a little bit on a deeper level, right? It's not just like, yeah, man, like, good play out there. Great catch. It was a good, nice hit. And so now it's like, wow, like, okay, well, what do you do for a living? You know, like things you try to get to know someone. And we would be playing like, I feel like a lot of times we would just be like drinking, hanging out, and, you know, playing pong, playing all kinds of like beer games, playing cornhole in the back, just barbecuing and kind of just like rotating at each other's houses. And what was nice too at the time, we could all walk to each other's places. Now, some of us today, we still, you know, we can do that, not for everyone. But it was truly just a fun time, and I think it's even fun to just reflect on it a little bit and look back, because, you know, I didn't have to join this league, but I did, and there's just like so many decisions, you know, leading up to that, and thinking, you know, even to the point like, well, what if I didn't move to Conchi, you know, and all these things. And it's like, wow, I met so many great people. I still talk to all these people and hang out, and it's awesome. It's a good feeling. It really is. And in fact, we just saw some friends over the weekend. Hey. So that are part of the league. And I would even say, too, and which I feel like I'm going to have to dedicate for an entire different episode, but so one of my high school friends, Ben, he joined one of the games early on because we were down a guy, so we needed to have, like, obviously the right number of people and the right amount of guys. And so he had told me, he's like, yo, let me know if you need me to help out and be a sub. I was like, all right. Sure enough, that night came, boom, and he helped us out, and he helped us out with a few other games, but he met Bridget, and now they're married. So there's a little bit more to that story, but yeah, we hang out with them. Well, we'll definitely be hanging out with them more just because of COVID and all. But things like that where, okay, wow, I'm going to these people's like baby showers or going to a wedding, you know, like all these things that I wouldn't have thought of when first joining. I mean, who thinks that? Like, yeah, I'm going to go, I think maybe about in 5 years I'm going to go to this person's wedding. Yeah, because we're just going to stay friends and just, you know, get drinks and barbecue and, you know, just throwing it down with each other. Yeah. But this is what happens. This is how your friendship grows, from joining a league, making these adult friends, and who knows where it could go. And I just like having, I don't know, I just like meeting new people, hearing their story, and becoming their friend. It's pretty great. So the league, you're probably asking, like, Big Dane, like, what the hell is this league? Like, you still haven't mentioned it. Okay, guys, here it is. It's the Heyday Athletic League. Yes. And no, this is not an ad. This is just purely me telling you how much I love it. And yeah. But it did used to be called the Conchi Sports and Social League, and I think before that was like Philly Sports and Social. So it's just like over time, like literally, like it seemed like every year, like, oh, we changed it again. Oh, hey, we changed it again. Oh, hey, it's called Heyday Athletic. I know, pretty crazy. Heyday Athletic. I mean, is it a great name? You know, it's okay. But they have all kinds of sports. I've only done softball, and friends of mine, even Allison, like she did kickball, and she really enjoyed that. And so did my friend Sam. And I had wanted to join kickball, but back in high school I pulled my groin. So even literally to this day, I can't. Well, let me kick a ball like twice, and then maybe the third kick I'll start feeling that pulling feeling. So for that reason, I'm out. It's not worth it. Why would I want to do that? They're like, oh, you could play, just play with it, have fun. Dude, are you serious? People. But yeah, so they have kickball, they got volleyball, basketball, darts. Yeah, darts. And guys, are you ready for this? They have cornhole. So now, because it's getting so nice out, we're getting together with friends. The cornhole is coming back at barbecues are coming back. You know, where we used to play these games at our friends' houses in the backyard. And yeah, so now you got to start practicing because Summer League is almost here. But, and as far as the time, I mean, it would always be on Sundays. Now, back then, some of the when we played was during the week, but now I don't know if it just kind of shifted or there could be different times. Because I do remember seeing at one point, maybe the other year or something, it was like, oh, well, we could play on a Monday or we could play on a Sunday. Like something like very strange. I'm like, okay. So, but we've continued to do the Sundays. That kind of works for everyone. Usually between like 9 and 1. So like not terrible, but the 9 a.m., that one's tough to get up for, I'm not going to lie. Even though we play like right at Sutcliffe, the street, or at Mackenzie in West Conchie. But it's just the act of like, oh my gosh, I had to get up at like 8 on a weekend? I can't do it. I need my sleep. You guys know me. I love sleeping. I need to recharge, rest, get that REM and deep sleep. You know what I'm saying? But as far as the other sports, I can't really speak to. I'm not sure the days of the week or the times. But that's just kind of a general idea for you. And yeah, our spring season right now has been like so delayed with like the rain early on. So who knows when when the league will actually end. But the summer league is supposed to start soon. So I don't know how that's going to go. But yeah. So I hope you really enjoyed this episode and wanting to maybe, you know, you're really you're really thinking about joining this league now, you got to go rally up some of your friends to do this. And guys, it's just a fun time. It's an amazing time. You meet new people. And if you're lucky, you will be friends with them outside of the league. Oh my gosh. If that was your goal, then you can make it come true. But you can go and listen on the Big Dane podcast.com/podcast. Okay. Kindly leave a review for me. Well, yeah, just tap on that, write a review, and you can just tell me your thoughts, and you can just stay on the site, tap over to that coffee icon. Looks like a little coffee cup if you want to see some behind the scenes, because that's where it is all housed. Like, you will not see any of that on anywhere else. And that coffee icon is coffee. It's my coffee account, but really that's what it's called. And just kind of like silly stuff on there too. And if you're still just browsing around the website, you can go over to the contact section if you want to send me a note. Tell me how it's going for you. If you have a topic idea or just want to say hello. Okay, so you can do that right there. And of course, all of the updates, all the regular updates are on Facebook and Instagram, my friends. So again, I hope you really enjoyed the episode and have a great rest of the week. All right, peace out.